Hey, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, let's talk about what you shouldn't do when you're buying a home. For example, you found a mortgage loan officer and the mortgage loan officer is kind of pushing you to work with certain real estate agent. Vice versa, you found the realtor first and this realtor is keep pushing you to talk to one lender. That's a problematic. And that happens quite often because a lot of times these loan officers and realtors, they have what they call the partnership. Now there's fine line. I don't want to say things that I shouldn't say, but a lot of times these guys like share marketing, and what I have problem is that if my preferred lender, let's say I'm actually practicing that, if my lender can give the best loan program for this person, I don't have any problem recommending that. But I have problem when that lender is not able to give the best loan programs to my buyer, then I have a problem with. The way I look at it is this. If I like certain lenders so much, their work is so great, their rates are the best, their fees are the best, I save the most money, which means I actually would use in my personal transaction. Those are the lenders that I wouldn't be, opposed to partnering up with. If that's not the case, so the other way to put it is if a lender is someone that I wouldn't hire for my own personal transaction, why would I hire or recommend that lender to my home buyers? Uh, they're my clients and I want my clients to have the best experience, best rate, best fees. And so this is where a bunch of these lawsuits are happening, like Zillow, Rocket Mortgage, and these guys are being sued right now because what they're claiming is that if a real estate agent didn't push their own in-house loan program, let's say like Rocket Mortgage or Zillow Home Loan, they don't get the lead, meaning they get penalized. So they have a lot to prove there, so they're probably going to trial or whatever. But beyond that, that's not the important point here. What's important is when you're buying a home, if somebody's keep pushing you to talk to just one person, you have to kind of raise your eyebrow and go, why? Why are you keep pushing me this lender? Why are you keep pushing me this real estate agent? You might just ask them directly, hey, are you getting any kickbacks? Or what's the benefit for me to use this service provider? So that's fair question, right? And so, but what I the way I do it is this. When someone asks me to recommend a lender, I try to send them at least two, maybe three different lenders, because there's so many different variables in someone's personal finance, their business finance. I have no idea who's going to be able to provide the best loan program. And if I have, let's say, designated lender partner who market with whatever, I don't think I can provide that, no matter who I pick. If I pick my favorite person at On Point Credit Union, she may not have certain brokerage programs that could benefit like business owners. If I pick someone at a brokerage or mortgage it's like a small local independent whatever, they may not be able to give the best rate like On Point can. And so the way I operate is, whenever I make the connection, I basically send my buyer to at least two, maybe three different lenders. And I think that's fair so that they can shop around. The ones that I recommend are, pretty much ones I've worked with. I've closed deals with. I know them personally. I know how good they are in follow-ups. I know how organized they are. People that I personally would use their service, that then I can recommend. If not, I wouldn't send that list because in a way, if I send my clients mediocre loan officer, there's a chance that the sale could fail. There's a chance that the buyer may not qualify. There's a chance that my client gets worse deal. I made a video a couple weeks ago about these first-time buyers who almost made that mistake by not shopping around, and this lender was about to charge about 1% higher rate, which would have been tremendously damaging to their buying power and everything. But going back to my point, if somebody's keep pushing you to work with one vendor, you just have to be careful. You have to be careful. You have to shop around, especially the mortgage program. There's a huge difference, especially when the rate is different. In the, let's say, 30 years of that loan length, you're going to waste or save like thousands of dollars. That's huge. And in some cases, certain lenders may not have like loan program, so you have to wait another year or two to get qualified to buy a home. Gosh, my shoulder hurts holding this phone. I just wanted to make a quick video, but this is kind of getting long, but I hope you get my point. So make sure to shop around. That goes both with loan officers, real estate agent, home inspector, anybody. And that's what I wanted to share. So you don't become a victim of, let's say, you're using one of those big sites and you just happen to work with this agent that a lender from that big site recommended, and your service was just subpar, that's a problem. So hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about Portland, Oregon real estate, like looking for a great realtor, if you're looking for a great lender, I know a few great lenders. Again, I'm going to send you at least two or three different lenders so you can actually shop around and compare. They're really good agents. Good loan officers. But since I don't know your situation, so I can't really recommend just one. That was my point. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.